everybody, Ben Gothard here with Chris Jones. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, thank you, Ben. Thanks for having me on, bro. This is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. So, as you guys might know, Chris is a very experienced and successful Amazon FBA seller. And today I want to introduce a three-part series, okay? We're going to talk about expanding and scaling your Amazon FBA business, okay? So, in these three different videos in this series, we're going to talk about, one, what is expansion? Okay, how does it work and is it easy to set up? Two, how does translation work for different marketplaces and what you need to do in order to jump to those different marketplaces? And then three, which marketplaces can you actually expand to? Okay, so Chris, let's start with what is expansion, how does it work, and is it easy to set up?
Okay, so first, I just wanna clarify that there's two parts to this expansion question. So people could be thinking, how do I expand my business in terms of adding new products or making more sales? So that is not what I'm going to go down at the moment. Hopefully we can do another video on that. Okay, so let's push that aside and let's talk more about the expansion of how to move to different marketplaces, Ben, if that's okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And move to different marketplaces with one product, right?
Yeah, correct. So let's take a scenario. So let's say I am selling one product, and let's go with a phone case, okay? So I'm selling one phone case, one product on Amazon UK. Why not? That phone case has reached its limit of sales or my threshold of where I wanted this to be in terms of sales velocity on a daily basis. So I'm going to go with 25 sales. That's reached its limit. I'm happy to expand. So obviously I could expand a second product to the UK, but again, we'll keep that for another video. I want to put this onto the German market. Okay, German market is massive. So I want to keep one product on the UK, and then I want to put the same product to make 25 sales, same as UK sales, on the German market. So combined would be expansion of 50 sales per day. Okay, let's go down that route. So people ask me this question every day. How hard is it to expand? What does it look like? And what processes do I have to follow? Do I have to go and really get this whole process outsourced? Do I have to speak to the chairman of Amazon to make this happen? So no, it's very simple to kind of list in different marketplaces. And I love talking about this because honestly, this is probably one of the weakest points that I know because I sell it. I have experience with most marketplaces, but in terms of the complication of what it seems to people with all the translation stuff, it's actually not that complicated. It's not a complex process. It can actually all be done within 2 or 3 hours if you communicate with the right Amazon rep to push you in the right direction. So if I'm going to Germany, I will want to expand on a European marketplace. So there's options within your Seller Central account to do that very easily. It's sometimes as easy as a click of a button. I didn't even go that far. I actually rang up an Amazon rep and said, I am clueless about this. Can you help me? And they guided me through the whole process. They said, Chris, open up your laptop. And honestly, within, I would say 30 minutes, it was complete. And when it went down the kind of translation method, I actually got a phone call. And that was someone in Germany, a translator who wanted to help to translate my listing from the UK English to the .de, which is Amazon.de Germany, into German, which was fantastic, which means there was no cost involved in that. Okay, which was brilliant. Another really, really solid benefit to this is the people who are watching now who maybe don't have as much knowledge on doing this as others. You're probably thinking that you have to sort out some sort of shipments to send all of your new stock of the phone case to a German warehouse. That is not the case, and it doesn't need to be done. Okay, so all of your stock can actually sit still where it is in UK. All you have to do is click a few buttons, speak to the right Amazon rep, and you have got these products on the German market, okay? So when someone goes and buys, too much coffee again, Ben, I tell you. And so when someone goes and buys that product, when you've listed it through the translation methods that Amazon help you with, your products will ship from a UK warehouse, okay, over to that customer in Germany. Now, That's just mind-boggling. You don't have any stock in your house, and Amazon send it from your warehouse, which is in England and the UK, straight over to Germany when a customer buys your product. That's crazy, and it's all done through a few clicks of a button, and that happens within your Seller Central account. That's European expansion.
So let's talk about the actual steps that you need to take. Okay, and you were saying it's just a few clicks. You just have to talk to the right rep. Okay, but I want to specifically give value. Okay, and so break down like step 1 all the way to completion, exactly what you need to do in order to expand your product to a different market.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt and be rude, but I think this would be a much better video if I was to go through the processes again on a screen record of me going through it on my seller account, so people don't become overwhelmed with my chit chat, because I know how much I chit chat, and I would rather do that on a screen share and me do an overview of me talking through the processes, so people can see me actually clicking on the screen, what buttons, what to do, and maybe I can do it that way, Ben, if that's okay with you. I think they'll learn the processes a lot more via that route than me just blabbing on about it and probably going 10 miles off what I'm going to talk about anyway.
Chris, take it away, man.
Okay, so I am currently in my shipment settings, okay, which is the fulfillment by Amazon FBA. So this is where you will start your kind of expansion journey. I said Germany then. Your expansion journey into other marketplaces. So as you can see up here, this is my current UK Seller Central account, okay? You have the option to expand to these below 4 marketplaces, which is Germany, Spain, France, and Italy. While I don't recommend expanding to all 4 at once, I would recommend scrolling down, and remember we're in this setting here, and this is also very familiar in the FBA setting. So you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom, guys. Ignore all the stuff that we're missing out here, okay? I'm going over the relevant stuff that is going to make a difference. Ignore, and as you can see here, this is what we want to look at. Okay, I'm going to scroll slow so people can see this properly. So here, guys, here is what, as you can see right on screen, I'm accepted to sell in France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the UK. Okay, this is very, very easy to do. And this means, guys, when you go down, once you get accepted into these, and I will show you how to do that, that is very easy. All you have to do, guys, is click up here into the shipment settings and fulfillment by Amazon, which is here, okay? And this will show you the process. All of these, when you go onto this for the first time, will be disabled, okay? This will be disabled, it won't be accepted. So all you have to do is go into the edit section, top right, here, go in, and pointing the obvious out, guys, you just have to kind of click to be accepted. There'll be some options here, and then just read through, update, and so on, okay? Make sure you read all the small print. Let's go back to the screen we were just on. Like, I know I could go over all of these little details, but I'm not going to because they're not relevant to what we're going over. So hopefully we can do that in another video, Ben. So yeah, once you become accepted for, it's like multi-channel selling pretty much. So you expand to those different marketplaces. All of this then becomes available. Okay, so let me just move the screen over here. So your product support then gets enabled. So again, it's just a click of a button. And you can do that again through the edit section here. Perfect. So this is perfect. So if I wanted to disable kind of product support and customer service, so I can disable Amazon doing my customer service in the UK, Germany, Spain, France, and Italy if I wanted. I'm not sure why anyone would want to do that, because Amazon do that very, very well. So Amazon, Ben, actually send out they send out like a notification to every email for every purchase that has gone through, okay? And they will usually say to the customer, this is why Amazon FBA works so damn well. They actually send out a notification saying, if you would like to leave some feedback for this seller, which in this case is me, you can do so here. They leave a link and they leave seller feedback if they want, this is the customer, or product feedback, which is vital. So you want to keep all of these enabled. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't want to deny or disable these, especially if you're multi-channel selling across the European marketplaces. That's just going to make it even more complicated for you. So enable all of these, guys, and that's what I mean at the start. Just enable them all. Get accepted to sell in all of these, the 5 different European marketplaces, as you can see here and as you can see here. Enable all of that good stuff. Pretty much from there, guys, I would recommend ringing Amazon and asking them to explain the process in more depth. Now, so there's 2 options when it comes to listing in these marketplaces, okay? You can either ask Amazon to put you onto the phone or email support with these marketplaces. So this means if you want to fulfill over in Germany, Amazon will either put you in contact with a management department who deals with translations of listings within Germany. They will put you forward to that so they can actually implement your listing structure and move that as a transition to the Germany, and they will translate your whole listing for you. See how powerful that is? And they can actually do that in all of the other marketplaces, Ben, which is really powerful. So I would recommend giving Amazon a call and going through the step-by-step process of getting your listing translated in the other marketplaces. Now, this is very easy because when I did this for translation, Amazon just put me onto a call with someone in Germany, and from there I sent my listing link, okay, which in this case is let's take an example, a phone case cover, and I sent the listing, and 2 hours later he sent this is the guy in Germany in the Amazon department, sent that back, and my listing was live and all of my translation was into German, and it was perfect. So from the very get-go, after 2 hours of creating and branching out to Germany from the UK, my listing was live. And that is honestly the process that it took, and it really wasn't that complicated. So this is kind of the basis, Ben, and if you've got any questions on that, please fire them over.
Absolutely. So, we need to break this up into the second video, okay? So we're going to go in the next video into a little bit more depth about actually how to get that translation going, why you need to get it translated, and how that can actually help you increase your sales.